The 10th edition of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Award, an award presented by MultiChoice recognizing outstanding achievements in television and film, is now live at Echo Hotels and Suites in Lagos, Nigeria. And of course, while we expected our favorite Nollywood stars and celebrities to show up in their breathtaking fashion, some just looked a hot boo-boo mess. So here are the top 10 worst dressed at the Amvca 2024. Take a look. First up on our worst dress list, we have the beautiful Idia Ige. And for the Amvca 2024, she had on this red strapless long dress with puff detailing and a coral puffer exaggerated over jacket moment. And I really do love Idia, and I think she obviously falls under the category of a fashion girly, but this look tonight just did not really work for me. Now, one thing we will trust our Nigerian designers to do is to always draw inspiration from foreign fashion houses, and this look in itself is a perfect example of that. Now, this look was supposed to be a reimagination of this Versace puffer jacket moment that was worn by Gigi Hadid at the 2022 Met Gala, and while I thought this was an okay attempt just in terms of like construction, it just did not really take it all the way there for me. I mean, there was just a total disconnect between the dress in itself and the puffer jacket, and I really don't think they work together. Also, this is the Amvca and not the Met Gala. This is supposed to be a super glamorous red carpet moment, and we expect our celebrities at this point to show up looking glamorous and dapper in case of the men, and unfortunately that wasn't the case for Idia tonight. Maybe this look would have worked for a different event, maybe Fashion Week, but not really the red carpet of the Amvca. Also, I'm not really loving the length of the dress. I just think it obviously just cuts her in such a weird way, and those shoes, ooh, they just look so funny and comical to me. So yeah, this look by Idia Ige just did not do it for me when it came to the fashion, so it's a chop for me. Up next, we have the stunning Ivon J, and for the Amvca 2024, she had on this white mesh see-through long dress with sprouting floral details at the back of the dress, and this one was by the Erica Moore brand, and tonight she was styled by the amazing Mickey Create, and I think this look was just not my cup of tea tonight. Now, I really don't know what it is, but the nude illusion on this dress was just a bit off for me. It just did not match her skin tone one bit, and it just looks a hot boo-boo mess, especially when you saw it peeking through that white mesh material. I also really did not love the overall construction of this look. It's been overdone, it's been overflogged, so for her not to even nail this very common design just makes this look a total flop to me. This look in itself just gives me very cheap and inexpensive vibes, and that in itself is a no-no for me. So yeah, this look by Ivon J is definitely a chop for me. Up next on our list, we have one of the Real Housewives of Lagos. We have Ige, and for the Amvca 2024, she had on this orange long dress with frills by the Erica Moore brand, and she was styled by The Style Addiction, and this just seemed like a whole bunch of ideas were thrown into the creation of this look because it just really felt chaotic to me. Now, from the back piece to the mesh material to the frill at the bottom half of the dress, it just was giving me very trying too hard vibes, and I just really wasn't feeling it. Also, the construction of this dress wasn't really my favorite thing tonight. I mean, you can just see the stop and start of the seams, and that just seems like it was not properly done, especially from the corset area down to the rest of the dress. Now, let's even come down to the frills at the bottom of the dress. That in itself just looked too bulky, it was a lot, and it just did not give me that gag wow factor that I was looking for. I also ultimately did not like the styling of this look. I mean, why did she have that chunky diamond neck piece over her turtleneck? I don't know. That in itself was just a bit concerning to me. So yeah, this look by Ige just did not do it for me when it came to fashion and styling, so it's a chop for me. Up next, we have our Big Brother Naija superstar, Laycon, and for the Amvca 2024, he had on this black tailcoat and matching pants by Thames Sartorale, and he was styled by the incredible Daviva Kemi, and I see the vision of this look and what he was ultimately going for, just in terms of like fashion and styling. However, did he eventually get there? I really don't think so. Now, first of all, the fit of this look was just a bit off to me. You can clearly see how oversized these pants are for him, and for the AMVCA, I just really expected a little more tailoring perfection from our superstars tonight. Also, I really was just not in love with the styling of this look. I mean, with the patterned inner jacket and that mustard tie, I think it just did not make sense to the overall look in itself. The hat was definitely not the right type of top hat to use to give us that old Hollywood glam type of style, and the shoes, that was very questionable if you ask me. So yeah, I just don't think this look did what needed to be done for me, so it's a chop for me. Up next, we have the super handsome Stan Nze, and for the AMVCA 2024, he had on this deep blue three-piece suit by Paris Official, and I mean, where is the class? Where is the glamour? Because quite frankly, this look is not giving me what needed to be gave, and I don't know about it. Now, first of all, this look to me just feels very incomplete, and I mean, this is like the AMVCA, so I really expected at least an inner shirt just to kind of tie this look together in for me, but I did not get that, and that was just a bit disappointing. Now, aside from that, the construction of this suit moment just feels very pedestrian to me, and it doesn't give me that red carpet ready look. More so, I really don't get why he did not wear, stockings with that Oxford type shoes. That in itself is just throwing me all the way off, and that's not the vibe for me. So yeah, this look from Stan was just not inconsistent, it felt incomplete, and it's a chop for me. Up next, we have the super talented Genoveva Ume, and for the AMVCA 2024, she had on this pastel green mesh long dress by Saro Ashore, and she was styled by Eniego. And I get that she tried to totally do something different when it came to like the silhouette of the dress that we often see on the AMVCA red carpet. However, this look in itself just was not enough to wow me tonight. Now, this looks like they just took this material with little or no vision of what this dress could ultimately be and just cut it all up and put it together, because that's what this dress was ultimately giving me. Now, from the front, this look was definitely poorly constructed, and even though the back of this dress has this really interesting drapings, it just was not enough to save this look for me. So yeah, I will say that I love the hair, but aside that, this look was generally a chop for me. Up next on our list, we have the stunning Idia Ige, and for the AMVCA 2024, she had on this velvet and tulle black and white dress by Anne Cranberry, and this was yet again another attempt of recreation of another designer's look, and I think this was just really poorly constructed. Now, if you did not know, Kelly Rowland wore a variation of this same dress for the Vanity Fair Oscar after party, and while I thought that look in itself was an okay look, this copy just did not execute the look to its fullest potential. Now, first of all, for a look that is custom made, I just expected it to fit better, because as you can all see, it's definitely starting to crease at the midsection of the dress, and I just feel like that is because the velvet wasn't constructed properly. That's why it was creasing that badly. Also, I'm really not a huge fan of this white and black stop and start moment. I think it does really nothing for her proportions, and I wasn't really loving it. Lastly, this hair on her, I think it just needed more volume to give me that old Hollywood fantasy, because this in itself was just flat and boring to me. So yeah, this look by Idia Ige is definitely a chop for me. Up next on our list, we have the super talented on-air personality Moet, and for the AMVCA 2024, she had on this velvet burgundy long dress by Imagine by Bukola, and this look was just not giving me what needed to be gave on the red carpet tonight. Now, there was just something really about this look that felt very clunky and heavy, almost like the dress is wearing her and not the other way around, and that to me is always a no-no. Now, the overall construction of this look was just so poorly done, because I mean, when using velvet material, I always just prefer for it to be like super tailored to the body and not all these flare type dresses that we see made of velvet, because it can start to look crazy really easily. Also, our hair just looks very flat and unattended to, and that in itself is just not glamorous to me. So yeah, this look by Moet is definitely a chop for me. Up next, we have our Big Brother Naija All-Star Neo Akpofure, and for the AMVCA 2024, he had on this heavily beaded top and black pants by Ampa Osa, and he was styled by Gabriel Anthony, and I'm sorry, This look was a bit of a hot mess for me. Now, first of all, why are we applying those fake pearls, might I add, on an actual piece of clothing at such close range? And I mean, how did he think that this was going to look super glamorous? All these are definitely the questions that I need to be asking because I'm just a bit confused by this. The beadings with the fake pearls just looks very cheap and tacky, and this was just a failed attempt to kind of create that body sculptured illusions we see on the dress, and I think they just failed so miserably at that. I can definitely appreciate the effort that kind of went into the making of this piece, but I just feel like the end result was just a bit of a letdown to me. With that being said, Nigerian designer needs to stop stealing other people's work and just be original, because this in itself is another original failed recreation of a Vivienne Westwood look from their autumn winter 1996 collection, and this one just looks like the cheap version of it. So yeah, this look by Neo was definitely a chop for me. Lastly, on our worst dress list, we have the beautiful Simi J. And for the Amvca 2024, she had on this white and black strapless long dress by Midday World. And I get it, she was trying to pass a message across with this look. I mean, about the ethnic division and just the need to come together as a nation. However, I really just think that there were better ways to have executed this look, and I don't think that she achieved that through this look tonight. Now, to me, this just looked like a failed school art project, and that in itself was just a no-no for me. Also, as you already know, I just don't know, I'm just not in love with this stop and start white and black moments of a dress. I don't think it's flattering, nobody really gets it, so yeah. This look was meh, it was not my favorite in terms of construction, and it just failed to pop to me. So yeah, this look by Simi J is definitely a chop for me. Alright guys, we have come to the ending of today's video. In today's video, I share with you guys my top 10 worst dress at the Amvca 2024. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up, it helps me a lot. And yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in the next video where I talk about my top 10 best dress at the Amvca 2024. You do not want to miss that one, it's going to be so fun and so detailed. So yeah, I'll definitely see you in that one, but for now, it is bye guys, au revoir.